There we go. How's that? Can you see that? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Hello, Tony. Right. As you know, I go through the boards every week and see what I can find. I usually don't get too far, and I can find quite enough, quite nice things. But I wanted to talk a little bit about preempts because I haven't really covered that for quite a while. Then I wanted to say a few things about double dummy. Now, I know some of you do know all about double dummy and use double dummy, but I thought some of you don't, and it's a very interesting little tool. And then I want to talk about my favorite subject, leading alone ace, just very quickly. So we always get extremely excited, everybody, when we pick up our hand and we see that we've got a 7 or 8 card suit. We absolutely love it. And we automatically go preempt, preempt, preempt. That's all we think about. But it's not always a preempt, okay? Just because you have 7 or 8 cards isn't always a preemptive opening. If you want to preempt, i.e. you open 3 with 7 cards, 4 with 8 cards, you need less than an opening hand, okay? If you've got good points, if you have an opening hand with those 7 cards, then you might miss a game because you're not expected to. A preempt is only it's only a preempt. It's not, you're not expecting to go to game. So if you open one when you've got good points, you might miss a game, could even miss a slam because obviously you've got 7 or 8 cards, trumps, you're well away, aren't you? So if you want to open a preempt, you need 7 cards to open at the 3 level and 8 cards to open at the 4 level. But in those 7 or 8 cards, okay, you should have 2 out of the top 3 honors. All right, it's no good doing it if you're missing the ace and king or the queen. All right, because if the opposition have the honors, you definitely won't make your contract. All right, you definitely won't make it. So remember, don't open if you've got less than an opening hand. So the whole point about a preempt. Sorry, is somebody talking? Oh, sorry, I thought somebody was asking me a question. Can you put your sound off, whoever that was? The whole point of it is to stop the opposition finding a contract. Because obviously, if you open 3 or 4, they'd have to overcall at the 3 or 4 or the 5 level, and it's making life extremely difficult for them. You don't expect to make a game. Sandra, we can hear you, you're talking, and everybody can hear you. In fact, you usually do not make your contract, okay? It's very difficult for your partner to respond to your preempt. Therefore, if you do have an opening hand, you should really only open 1 and not open 3 or 4. Now then, if your partner was to open a preempt, all right, nearly 9 times out of 10, you would not advance it, okay? They're not looking for a game. It is a preempt. They haven't got opening hand points, hopefully. They have less than opening points, but you can advance to game if you've got good high card points yourself. And I'm talking about 16. Keith would say 15 plus here. I like to say 16. But if you've got good points yourself, okay, you have 3 or 4, 3 or more winners in other suits. It's no good having the winners in the preempt suit, okay? You need winners in the other suits. And I'm talking about top winners. I'm not talking about a nice little queen here. I'm talking about aces and kings. So have a quick look at this. North has opened 4 clubs. They've preempted. They've got 8 clubs, and this is South's hand. Okay, they have 6 points. Okay, the only thing they've got there is the ace of spades. Right? By the way, anything you have, if for instance they'd opened hearts here and you've got 4 hearts here, those 4 hearts are not good because they've got the hearts as well. They'll be taking these 4 hearts for their hearts. So the fact that you've got those, if it was hearts, you've got 4 hearts, isn't any good. They're going to be crossed. Sorry, what do you want? They've only got 6 points. North has got less than an opening hand. There's absolutely no point in advancing, so you would pass. Did you want me?
No.
What about this one? They've opened 3 hearts. They've got 7 cards, less than an opening hand, and this is your hand. Now, this is very different. North has got 7 hearts with 2 honours in. South has got 16 points. You can offer outside winners. You've got ace and king of spades. You've got the kings of diamonds and clubs. You can definitely worth bidding game. So you would definitely bid 4 hearts here. By the way, do not go and show another suit. Do you see what I mean? Because you're going to play in the suit that they've preempted in. So don't go and show another suit. It's not asking you to have a little chat. It's that's what they're going to play in. But I just want to show you board 6 from last week. And this was West's hand. Okay. Now then, they have got 7 diamonds. All right, and so they were very tempted to open, in fact they did open a preempt. However, they have 12 points. Okay, they've got an opening hand. Most pairs opened 3 diamonds. They opened 3 diamonds because they opened a preempt. Okay, because they'd seen the 7 cards. Ooh, lovely, lovely, lovely. But it's an opening hand. East, their partner, has got a 4-card major, which they couldn't bid back because obviously they're not going to bid the major. All right. So although you've told your partner you've got 7 diamonds, you've also denied an opening hand. So you haven't been able to get to any contract that you might have been able to get to. So the correct opening really was West should have opened just 1, okay, just 1. What you do is you're going to have a little chat and wait and see what the others have got, what your partner's got in his hand. This was East's responding hand. So if they'd opened correctly, 1 diamond, what is the correct response? 1 heart. 1 heart. Never deny a 4-card major. Do not show those clubs. Okay, just because you've got a lot of them, never deny a 4-card major. You're trying to find a fit in a major. Okay, they don't know that they've got 7 diamonds, so they've only opened 1 diamond. Okay, because they've changed suit, West, the one with all those diamonds, has got to bid again. They rebid 2. Because East has got no points, only 6 points, they're not going to go to game. They're not going to go anywhere. And so they leave the contract as 2 diamonds in this particular case. Okay, they haven't got enough points for a game. They're just going to leave it in 2 diamonds. Now then, double dummy, which I'm going to show you in a minute, shows that actually only 2 can be made. And what happened was those people that preempted and opened 3, their partner passed and they didn't make the 3, okay, because they can only make 2. So by correctly bidding, 1 diamond, 1 heart, 2 diamonds, pass, they got the contract. Those that opened a preempt didn't. So just want to tell you about double dummy. For those of you that know, I'm sorry about this. But for every hand that's played under the results, okay, you know you get all the results like this. I've knocked out people's names here, which says this contract, whoever this person is, 2 no trumps by North, And there's all the contracts, there's the leads, how many points, and there's their score. All right. But down here at the bottom of after these results is double dummy solver at bridge webs. Okay. And if you click on that, all right, what you see is this. Okay. This was hand 1. Now this shows all the cards that everybody's got. So this is North's cards, East, South, and West, their cards. It also shows you how many points they've got. You haven't even got to count the points, okay? So telling you that North's got 13, South's got 11, etc. And then down here, down the bottom in the corner, it tells you the contracts that can be made. So in this case, East-West can't make anything. But North-South can make 1 club, but they can actually make 3 no trumps if they get into the right contract. Okay, it shows that shows the contracts that can be made with perfect declare play and perfect defence, which we all are. So this is the optimum contract. Okay, so this is the one that they're saying. This is how it should have, the bidding should have gone, and this is the optimum contract here, which is 4 spades by East. But obviously 4 spades can be made by West. They can also make 4 hearts as well. And if you click on here, this optimum contract here, the one in yellow, it shows the possible leads that the opposition can make. Okay, so this is the opposition's possible leads. And if you can see, there's small numbers in the corner here, okay? Some are yellow and some are green, and they've got little numbers in the corner. And it shows how many, if that card is led, how many tricks the defense will make, okay? And you can see here that green leads are better, because if you lead either the 5 or the 4 of hearts, you will make 4 tricks. The defense will make 4 tricks. Anything else, if they lead the ace, the 10, any of these yellow ones, they will only make 3 tricks. The defense will only make 3 tricks, okay? So I've covered leads loads of times, haven't I? And I will do it. Come a bit late. And I'm going to do it again in the near future, because I think we could do with a little bit of a reminder.
I'm doing it on Wednesday as well.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, there we are. Well, you can either have a complicated leads or simple leads.
I think what Carol means is the difference between right and wrong.
No, I don't. But one thing I've noticed is some of you, oh, Steve, you got in, are still leading a lone ace, okay? You're still leading a lone ace. Please, please only lead the ace if you also have the king, okay? Or you can lead it if the opposition, by the way, are in a slam. I don't mind then, because you do need all the tricks you can make, all right?
Can you lead it if it's a singleton, Carol?
Pardon?
Can you lead it if it's a singleton ace?
No.
Okay.
No, because it's for taking kings and queens, isn't it? Okay.
I was just thinking then
why you wouldn't do it. All right. Leading a lone ace helps the opposition tremendously. All right. And look at, this is board 3 from last week. And if you look, you can see that East are the ones in the contract. Consistently, they're in a spade contract. Half made it and half didn't. Okay, so these top ones here, they all made it, and then the ones down the bottom all went off 1. All right. Why did some people make it and some people didn't? Okay, and it mostly had to do with the lead. Actually, there's different reasons, but mostly it was to do with what was led, which I'm sure you'll agree with. Makes a massive difference. Yeah, people can't see you. So this was the top board here. They made 11 tricks. Everybody else only made 10 or went off, okay? This top one here, they got top board. They got 100% for that, all right? Why? Because they were led a lone ace, all right? And this is what happened. The contract was for spades by East, and South was on lead. They led that ace. It's a lone ace. It's not a supported ace. They've got 10 and a 9 with it. This was the dummy, and this was declarer. Okay, this is what happened. This is real. This is what happened. South led the ace. East was able to play the 3 in dummy and the 2 in their own hand. And therefore, they made both that king and queen and the queen later on, okay, after they'd taken the trumps, okay, they went back and got them. They would have had to use one of those to draw out the ace, okay? So they had a lovely present and they were very, very grateful, all right, for that lead. So if you lead, Sandra, if you led that ace, okay, what does that do? All they'll do is put small cards on it and you promote the other cards then. Aces are for taking kings and queens, okay? You keep it, all right? Difficult subject, but, you know, try not to lead. And the thing is, if I play with lots of different people now on a Friday, which I really enjoy, it drives me crackers. They lead the ace and I think, oh, now it's going to come out the king. Oh, no, the king's in my hand. They haven't got the king. Okay, so, or the king is in dummy. So, please don't do it. Anyway, so what have we learned today? Well, it does pay to stick to the rules of preempting, okay? Just because you see the 7 or the 8 cards, it isn't always a preemptive opening, all right? Try and think about that. If you've got an opening hand, only open one, because yes, you're probably going to play in that suit because you've got 7 of them, okay? But at least only open one. And then, of course, mostly it comes to the rule of 20 anyway. Even if you've got 10 or 11 points, because you've got 7 cards, you get to the rule of 20 anyway. So to preempt, you need less than opening points and 2 of the top 3 honours, okay? It's no good doing it without the honours. If you are the responder and your partner's opened a preempt, your partner hasn't got many points, and you would need about 16 points to advance the game, to make it a game. Otherwise, you would leave the contract. All right, and you need some winners in the outside suits, not in the preempt suit. Now, what I want you to see is that if you're the opposition and they have truthfully opened a preempt, okay, I want you to interfere. Do not be afraid to interfere just because they've opened 3, all right? We now compete. Do you remember we compete, okay? Gone are the days where we allow them to just have their own way. We're now competing. You do have to have something to compete with, okay? I want you to think about competing, because if the opposition open a preempt, remember they've got very few points. All they've got is the 7 or 8 cards in that suit, okay? They haven't got cards in the other suit. Therefore, they've got very few winners in the other suits. Don't be afraid to enter the bidding. John Cooper, I'm not giving you carte blanche to enter the bidding. You are likely to have a long suit. You know, if they've got a long suit, you've got probably a suit between you as well. So it's worth a try if you can do it. Particularly, I'm thinking is if they preempted a minor like that one was the diamonds, it's quite easy to overcall, especially if you've got something good in a major. So overcall. And please, 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 don't lead alone face, okay? And I'm going to do leads next time. Keith is going to do them on Wednesday, okay? Keith's very complicated. I try to keep it just. And finally, Keith has been doing an awful lot of cooking. Very kind. So he made supper, all right? Now, I want you to be honest. Is this too much?
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
no.
Oh, lettuce.
Is that too much lettuce? Right, anybody not got a partner or any questions?
I haven't got a partner
Who's
again.
that?
Okay.
Thanks,
Okay,
Carol.
we'll find you one. If not, you're unlucky and it's me. Oh, I think
Oh,
somebody
you're
did say they
unlucky.
were without a partner. Is it you, Alison? We'll find someone, Kay. Okay, everyone. See you